Hi everybody, my name is John, I'm 57, and I've been eating a carnivore diet for just over a year. And in today's video, I want to go over some of the other healing that I've experienced on carnivore. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I'd invite you to please go watch that video. And if you've experienced any of those issues, or you know somebody that's experienced those issues, please go check out that video, share it, hit the like button. And those issues, just briefly, in yesterday's video was high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, gas and bloating, sleep apnea. I went over my weight, arthritis, breathing, and thyroid issues, all of which who have healed and dramatically improved while on the carnivore diet over the last year. Mobility and also general, stiffness and soreness. When you're 360 pounds, like I was back in 2021 and 2022, it's not easy getting up out of bed, getting off the sofa. Your mobility really suffers. And I also woke up, because of my arthritis, very stiff and very sore every morning and in the evenings and even just throughout the day. But with carnivore, all of that literally went away. I'm no longer stiff and sore unless I go off of carnivore and eat plants. The other issue that was pretty big for me was breathing. I've never been able to breathe through my nose since I was about 20 years old. For whatever reason, I don't know what changed, but that is no longer an issue. And you can imagine how much that's helped my sleep. And that, I'm sure, was a contributing factor for my sleep apnea improving and going away. Another item, I want to touch on this, and I touched on it in yesterday's video a little bit, was gas and bloating. You probably know how uncomfortable gas can be in social settings, and then also the bloating of just feeling bigger than you should. Gas and bloating on carnivore, there, at least for me, is no gas anymore unless I go off of carnivore. I'm probably going to say that line several times throughout this video because it's 100% true. The only time I experience gas is when I go off of carnivore. Another item is eye floaters. I've always, or for a long time, had eye floaters, and they're still there, but they are greatly diminished. Skin and ears. Just before carnivore, I started doing a whole bunch of juicing. A lot of spinach, bananas, peanut butter, almonds, just all sorts of things. And I had developed rashes, a couple of rashes on my hands, as well as other places. And that all went away once I started eating carnivore. Also, the issue with my ears. I used to have a lot of wax buildup. That ended. I also would have itchy ears to the point where I would scratch them excessively, and that went away. That's not an issue, you guessed it, except for when I go off of carnivore. Another issue that took care of itself. I was working with my doctor probably for 6 to 8 months trying to figure out why, when I would wake up in the morning, I had tingling in my hands, my arm would be numb, my leg might be numb, I'd have tingling in my feet. We never got to the bottom, so I don't know what caused it or why that was there, but that completely went away. It is a non-issue. I cannot remember the last time I woke up in the morning and had any kind of tingling sensation in my hands, feet, or my legs or arms, falling asleep. You know what that feeling is probably like, which was troubling. It's troubling waking up in the morning and feeling your limbs being numb or tingling to the point where it would take several minutes of, I assume, blood circulation to make that stop. Another one that a lot of guys can probably relate to, especially in my age, in your mid 50s, even in your 40s, 60s, wherever you are. But my urine stream is much stronger. I would say 2 to 5 times stronger than it was a year ago. Something relatively minor, and especially guys, we don't talk about this, but I don't seem to be getting as much gray. I actually seem to be getting some of my hair color back up here and a little bit on the sides. And my hair is also a bit softer than it used to be in a year. And I mention that because that was one of the things that my wife brought up, that, it's not as coarse as it used to be. And I don't seem to be graying as much. Again, I'm 57 years old. I've always had these, but it's improving. At least it seems to be. I don't have any evidence other than photographs, but it seems to be improving the hair color and softness. All right, and the last 2 items that I want to go over are huge when it comes to weight loss and in general how you feel. Food freedom. Carnivore has truly given me food freedom back. I would literally crave chips or bread or pizza or fast food, ice cream, cookies, sweets, just constantly. And on Carnivore, that literally goes away. And what am I going to say next? You guessed it. The only time cravings come back a little bit is when I go off of Carnivore. But once I get back on Carnivore, within days, they're gone. So the food freedom and not having to stop at a pizza place or a fast food place to pick something up, that doesn't happen anymore. For anyone who's overweight or has these issues, you know what it's like to just have to stop and get that donut, get that bag of Doritos or cheese puffs or whatever your thing is. You know what that's like. And then the last and biggest thing on Carnivore is just the way you feel. I feel literally like I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, the time just before I put on all the weight and became obese. I literally feel that good. And a reminder, I'm only halfway through my journey. I'm still 265 pounds, but I feel fantastic. All of the issues that I just went over with you contribute to how well I feel, but the energy, the not having to stop somewhere, the skin, the eye flutters, just all of that stuff has just improved so much that the quality of life, my quality of life, is so much better since eating a carnivore diet. I have no desire to go back to a standard American diet. I have no desire to change anything up. So how I feel on Carnivore is huge. I can't thank everybody out there who has a YouTube channel that has inspired me. Everybody from Nisha and Ken Berry, Dr. Berry, Laura Spath and her husband Chris, Dante, Dave Mack, and so many others that are out there spreading this word. I truly hope that you go check out their channels. Please like and subscribe here, because the whole purpose for doing these videos is to spread the word, to let people know that there is an option. There's a way out. Carnivore has been hugely successful for me, and I'm going to keep going this way, sharing the progress. And if there is any negatives to it, I'll share those as well. This is to share the experience of the carnivore way of eating. I hate to call it a diet because it is a lifestyle at this point. So if you're still watching, thank you so much. Have a blessed day. We'll see you in the next one.